Oh.
Baited on Friday afternoon. It hasn't been very long. 70 plus 67 plus 63. So almost 200 in those 3 traps.
Right now we're at the casualty site where the Nathan E. Stewart grounded. It seems like the green crab has become, front and center in a continuous battle.
This wasn't something that was on our radar in terms of oil spills. Like I hadn't really thought beforehand about how it could lead to an explosion of green crab. Green crabs have been called one of the top 10 worst invasive species in the world. Once green crabs come in and take over, they can totally destroy native clam and crab populations.
What happened was the diesel spill pretty much nuked all of the other species that were living in there, and it created a prime habitat for the European green crab invasive species.
And it's really hard to find a juvenile clam around here because the green crabs have been eating them all. I think this one's already gone. Yeah, usually this top layer is where you find the juvenile clams. Oh yeah, look at all of them. 1, 2, 3. This one has a dungy in there, it's a bycatch, so we'll make sure to throw it back.
Our people rely on the ocean for our sustenance. Clams is one of those keystone species that we rely on. People here, they'll harvest and they'll jar it, they'll preserve it. We'll serve it in community potlatches and feasts. We sell it. It's a sustainable fishery for our people to be able to be a part of.
Now people have to go further and make risky decisions to access, clam populations that are stable and safe. And also it's a huge loss economically. Over the decades, Heiltsuk developed a very successful commercial manila clam fishery that employed, at least 30 to 40 individuals on the ground, and employed shore workers, and you eliminate that completely from the local economy.
5 spikes on each side, so outside of its eyes, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can tell it's a green crab.
So what do you do with it now?
Just throw it in the bin.
The green crabs, once they're harvested, they're put into the freezer, and it takes anywhere from 48 to 60 hours for them to be completely dead by freezing. And so it's during that time you see them start to eat one another when they're in the freezer. So they don't, it takes a lot to kill them. And because our compost facility is literally like right in the community, so close to the water, we want to make sure that once these green crabs go into the facility, that they're not just kind of crawling off and back into the ocean and spreading to other places. So that process of having to freeze them, to kill them, you're talking about taking up space in our freezers, and they're just so resilient, such a resilient pest.
We'll just dump the green crab in. Every 3 bins, I add 1 big grain of wood chips, alder wood chips, and this mixes in. And once it starts to cook, there's absolutely no sign of these crab about after 2 weeks. We put in stores for 6 months, and after 6 months, whoever in the community wants to use it in their garden, they're free to come help themselves to the composter.
We're ocean people. We rely on a healthy ocean for our way of life. One of the reasons why we pursued upholding the tanker ban so hard is our lived experience with the Nathan E. Stewart, and knowing that it's still unresolved, and and knowing that we could not allow anything on a larger scale to happen.
I did receive these clams as a gift from a friend. People preserve their food in all different ways. When they're fresh, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now. I wouldn't be cutting them up and putting them into, a batter. We would steam them and use the shell to drink some of the juice while we're eating it with rice, or we would fry it in half shell, which I recently learned. It just feels like my childhood. A clam fritter. Do you want the biggest one?
Indeed.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Perfect.
Hmm.